I feel like there was pretty big expectations for Xbox and Bethesda. It's their first like, I guess, conference or even, you know, game show since the merger, or well, I'd say merger, since Xbox acquired Bethesda, which was a pretty big fucking move. And well, I'd say that they kind of did their thing, as you will all see. They started off with Starfield, which I think many people expected them to finish off with Starfield, but they decided to start off with it, you know, start off with a bang. And just spoiler alert, the hype did not drop for this entire presentation. High key, the best one so far. But anyways, they started off with Starfield. Still no gameplay, obviously, but having a release date, which I don't know who the fuck expected a release date for Starfield. I never expected a release date for Starfield so early when they showed nothing but a title. You know, when I say they show off a trailer and then a title, they didn't even show off a trailer. They showed off just the title, basically. And they went from title to release date with still no gameplay. So I don't know what the fuck that means, but still, it's huge. Even if the release date is so fucking far. It's in literally a year and a half. I had to think about that. It's literally in a year and a half from this presentation, which is kind of crazy. But anyways. Next, they showed off Stalker 2. I've never heard of the Stalker series, which sue me, I guess. It might be me just being ignorant, but it looks very interesting. And they showed off some gameplay too. They showed off some gameplay from different types of, I guess, things that happen in the game, different types of enemies you're gonna fight, different types of situations you'll be in. It really, really looked interesting. And the fact that we actually got some gameplay and a release date, which I can say that about a lot of things that Xbox released or revealed in this presentation, is always a plus. And I actually am interested in this Stalker game now, which like I said, I've never heard of it. So clearly Xbox is doing their job correctly. Next is Back 4 Blood. I'm sure people have heard of this before. I feel like I've heard about a game that was developed by the same people who made Left 4 Dead. Or maybe I'm just tripping and I'm imagining that, but I feel like I've heard about that before. And I mean, it's literally Left 4 Dead. Like, from the gameplay, or I don't remember if it was gameplay or if it was just a trailer. But anyways, it's literally just Left 4 Dead, like to a T. And it's not surprising because it's made by the same people who made Left 4 Dead. So I assume it's gonna be good. And yes, I just remember there was gameplay, and I look fucking stupid because it's literally on the screen. But there was gameplay, and it looks like Left 4 Dead. So more Left 4 Dead is always good. And on top of that, there's also a release date, which is this fucking year. So again, a big ass plus for Xbox. Next, they showed off Contraband. I'm not sure what this is about. It's strictly a trailer and a title. No, not even any mention of what the gameplay is like. Although with a title like Contraband, you can kind of imagine maybe it's a type of shooter or something. But there's literally nothing to go on with this. But still, it caught my eye, so I wanted to include it in here. There's more content for Sea of Thieves, and it's Pirates of the Caribbean based content, which is really interesting, but also really fitting. I personally don't play Sea of Thieves. I heard that the game was kind of dry, but that was way back when it first came out, so I'm not really knocking the game too bad. It might have fixed that issue within the first 3 months. I wouldn't fucking know. But the fact that they're getting a Pirates of the Caribbean thing, and apparently it's like a story too. There's like a little story to it, which is cool. It's not just like cosmetic upgrades or whatever. It's not just like side quests. Like, it's an actual like mini story mode, it looks like from the trailer, which is really cool. And it's also free. And not only is it free, it comes out next month. Again, Xbox doing their thing. Next, they showed off Battlefield 2042, a game that I'm sure so many people have been looking forward to. I personally, again, don't play Battlefield. A lot of Xbox games, mainly because I've never really owned an Xbox or a PC being able to play these Xbox games / PC games. Although Battlefield doesn't fall into that category, so I guess that doesn't matter. But anyways, all that to say, I don't play Battlefield. I never have played Battlefield. I've only tested it out. But this gameplay looked crazy. It looked insane. They were doing like some crazy shit. Like, they were jumping off buildings. There was like sandstorms. and like I don't know what the fuck was going on, because I'm pretty sure they said, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, they said that there wasn't going to be any like story mode or battle royale mode, at least at launch. I'm not sure if they specified at launch, but they at least said that those modes weren't going to be included in the game. And that means that sandstorm maybe that sandstorm is just part of the map, and it's like a hazard that, like, if you go into it, you die instantly. I'm not sure. It might be like not a whack mechanic, but like a mechanic we've seen before. But for all I know, it might be something like you go in the sandstorm and then your visibility is reduced. Like, I don't know, but it looked crazy. Everything in that trailer looked insane. And like I said, I don't even like Battlefield games, but it looked crazy. It looked super entertaining. It looked super fun. Honestly, I might have to check it out just for that. Just because of that trailer, I might have to check it out. Next up is Psychonauts 2, a game that I've been waiting for the longest time. When did they even reveal this? They revealed this like 2 years ago, I think. Minimum 2 years ago they revealed this. And I haven't heard anything from it. I'm not even sure, did they give a release date at some point, and then that shit just got indefinitely pushed back because of the pandemic? I don't really remember. But I know I've been looking forward to this, and it looks super fun. It looks great. First of all, I love these types of games with like the types of graphics that they have and the models and all that. Like, realism is cool and all, but like when you got cartoony shit like that, it usually stands the test of time, and it continuously looks good for years to come. But anyways, all that to say, the game looks fucking fun. It looks fucking good. And I'm not sure if they released any gameplay before this. They probably did, but this was my first look at like an extended amount of gameplay, and yeah, I love it. It looks great. I can't wait. This was very unexpected. I did not expect a Gang Beasts clone to be released, to be revealed. Sorry, at the Xbox and Bethesda press conference or E3 show. But I can't say I'm mad about it. It looks great. It looks great. I'm actually not someone who was able to really play Gang Beasts that much when it came out, but this looks great. It looks great. And I'm definitely copying instantly as soon as it comes out. That's an instant cop, no doubt. They revealed this game called Somerville. I think Somerville. It kind of looks like, from the small snippets of gameplay, it kind of looks like a Limbo like game. It might be interesting. I'm not sure it's gonna like. It's probably not gonna break records or anything. It's probably not gonna have the clout that Limbo had, or maybe it did. I hope it does for the people who made the game. But I think it's something that, you know, it's worth keeping an eye on at least. They also announced that Halo Infinite multiplayer is going to be free to play, which is extremely unexpected, but extremely interesting, because I don't know what that means for the future of Halo. I know that, like, for example, with the COD games, their stories have been getting shorter and shorter and shorter, and they've been putting more and more emphasis on the multiplayer. I don't know if the fact that the Halo multiplayer is going free to play means that maybe they're going to start kind of putting more effort into the online than the story. I hope not, because Halo was always like a story-driven game before it was an online game, which I suppose Call of Duty was as well, but Call of Duty kind of gained its clout through online. Halo was clouded before it had online. All this to say, I just hope that, you know, they're going to put as much effort into the story that they will into the online. Next, they have the remake of Diablo 2, which is Diablo 2 Resurrected, as they call it. It looks amazing. I sunk an ungodly amount of hours into Diablo 3, which apparently is not as good as Diablo 2, although obviously subjective, but apparently Diablo 2 was a better experience. And considering I sunk, again, like I said, so many hours in Diablo 3, I might have to check out this one. And again, a very close release date, which you love to see it. I have no idea what this Atomic Heart game is about. I have literally no idea. But there were some like gameplay hints or gameplay like snippets in the trailer. It looks super fun. I have no idea what's going on. Everything that they're doing in the trailer is so fucking clean, and I just know I have to play it. That's all I know. I don't know if I know anything. It's that I have to play this game whenever it comes out, because, you know, we didn't get a date, but anyways, it looked great. Replaced looks fun. The art style is very interesting, and I don't know, it just looks like a fun indie title. Nothing, you know, not a blockbuster game, but something that, you know, you could probably keep an eye on and probably have fun playing it. They showed off a Euden Chronicle, 100 Heroes. I've never heard of this game before. I don't know if this was the first time they've revealed it. I don't know if this is like a series that I've just never heard about, that's probably what it is. But it has like Bravely Default style graphics, which is always different. Bravely Default has very interesting graphics, very recognizable graphics, and I think it looks good on this Euden Chronicle game. It also comes out in 2023, which at that point you might as well have said nothing, but anyways. The Outer Worlds 2, all I'm going to say about this, I don't much care about the game itself, not to say that it's bad, just that I don't personally care about it. I just love the trailer because it was like super self-aware. It was actually pretty funny. Yeah, that's about it. The trailer was just cool. When this trailer started, I was interested, and then when I saw cars, I lost all interest. Honestly though, it looks good, as it always does. All the Forza games look great. They, like, visually, they look great, and I guess gameplay-wise, they look great, depending on what type of game you play. But if you like Forza, this is great for you. You got another Forza. If you don't, I don't think this is the one that will convince you to actually start playing Forza. So that's all I gotta say about that. The last game that they revealed is REDFALL, which is another 4-player co-op Left 4 Dead type game, but instead of zombies, it looks like it's vampires, which I say Left 4 Dead, but realistically, I also drew that comparison to Rainbow Six Siege Extraction, but that game is not at all like Left 4 Dead. I just thought it was based on the trailer, and then when I saw actual gameplay, I realized that's not at all what it is. So maybe REDFALL will be the same, but from the trailer, it looks like a 4-player co-op game where you kill maybe smaller hordes and not quite as big hordes as Left 4 Dead, but where you kill hordes of vampires instead of zombies. But again, I'm not sure. There was no gameplay, there was no date, there wasn't anything. It was just a reveal trailer. But still, it looks very interesting. Not many games dive into like vampire lore too much or like use vampires, so I'm always interested whenever a game does. And I just wish we got some sort of gameplay, but I'll be waiting for gameplay for this game. Definitely very excited. Overall, Xbox and Bethesda easily had one of the best presentations, or E3 presentations, of the recent years. I can't even think of a studio that had a better presentation than this one in the recent years. It was crazy. The amount of games that they revealed 30 games. And by the way, I didn't mention any of this, but I think they said 27 of the 30 games that they revealed, which I didn't cover all 30, by the way, but there were more. 27 of the 30 games that they revealed will be going through to Game Pass directly. And that's not all like the indie titles. They also have some mainline titles. I forgot which ones exactly, but they have some mainline titles, like AAA games, that are coming to Game Pass as soon as they release, which is insane to me. Literally, like I said, the best Xbox presentation. It's literally one of the best presentations, period. But I think it might be the best Xbox presentation I've ever seen. Through sheer content alone, they trump every single one of their own presentations in recent years. I can't even think of another presentation that was as good as this one. Xbox and Bethesda literally just whipped out their 20-inch dicks and just put them out on the table and just said, here, this is what we're made of. And well, I mean, they're on top right now. I can't even lie.